Game audio. Mind over magic. Hopefully it's not copyright. Fingers crossed. We'll be starting a new game. We'll play on standard. I don't know what any of these mean, so I'm just going to hit OK. I don't think we have to get too fancy with it. And we'll just run on default everything. I will go complete default. We're not going to get too fancy with the settings. Now, where does my camera need to live? So far, here looks fine. Once a school stood here, but our hubris led us astray. A terrible curse now sustains a deadly fog and crushes our conviction with the weight of its malice. You must rebuild the school and train brilliant new mages to brave the horrors of the underschool and break the curse once and for all. Neville from Bone Nest Hall. I don't love Bone Nest Hall. Mages University, very generic. Haven of the Smoky Channel, sure. It's the first one that I don't hate. And then we have Emma, we have Gwendolyn, and we have Quinn. So you have 7 different schools of magic, and these are like your attributes in a rim world. Your skill at a particular school of magic is going to influence your ability to do a job. It's like lightning is used to charge and research, earth is used to construct, carve, mine, repair, etc. Your school of magic is also, it gives you your combat abilities. And then you also have particular races, you have particular traits, and then you also have stat growths per level. So Wolfkin have high HP, high mana. Humans have really high HP, really high mana, but are fairly bad on power. And then our quilted over here tend to be pretty good on power, tend to be really good on health, don't have a ton of magic, and are kind of slow. We also have quirks. We don't know what they are. We'll figure out what they are when we found. You start in your underground. You have a summoner for students. We're not going to do that yet. You have a codex for checking recipes, and it kind of serves as your tutorial. We're not going to do that yet either. Instead, we're just going to purify this mana font, because it's going to help us reveal the map. We'll have Emma do that. And then we'll actually get to see what we're working on. So Emma's going to purify. And this is our map. So we can scroll out to the left until we see fog. We can scroll out to the right until we see fog. And then we have this flat area in the middle for building on. So we're going to move myself up a tiny little bit. Maybe to like here. No, that's not going to be good either. Maybe I can live like here. Maybe over there is good. Let's see how we do over there. Oh, right, I need to gather stuff first. Alright. Gather. Let's go ahead and mine some of these rocks. Let's go ahead and chop some of this wood. We can harvest some of these berries for food. And then maybe we can hunt a couple of rats as well for additional food. So you guys come up here, get our materials going. We also have Neville, our founder. He's a ghost, so he can just float around anywhere he wants to go. Then as we get our stone to come in, we can start to get some of the basic bones of the school established. We can do a wall. I think I put it doors after a wall. I'll wait until I have some wood to find out. Or is it a hall? I think I'll just do a hall here. And then that doesn't matter. I can stack some walls up here as we get the stone to come in. Build that. Yeah, we need lots of stone here. Maybe collect even a little bit more. go up to about there. And then maybe do a second hallway here. And then a third hallway here. And do a wall here. And do a wall here. That'll give us a really basic structure for where we want things to be. Once we've got that in place, we can get a floor in. And then we will have our first room. We can put some beds in, all that kind of fun stuff. You guys carry that over. I have beds for you yet? Yeah, I've got cots for you. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cots. Who knows? We might get a student. And they're relatively cheap. They're only like 5 wood a pop, so it doesn't really cost us much to set them up early. Your teachers have mana. Well, everybody has mana. And in order to restore your mana, you have to head back down to the crystal. So they need to go take a break every once in a while just to fill back up. Quinn's gonna go take care of it, and then Gwendolyn should need to very soon. No, she's chilling. Gwendolyn has so much mana. So they've got somewhere to sleep for the night. They have themselves an austere bedroom. Let's start thinking about getting the second room going. Although maybe I want to do something a little funky with this one. Where's my staircase? Yeah. So what if we did like a spiral stair up to here? Do I have lateral stairs yet? I do. Maybe we don't do something funky yet. Maybe we just keep it real simple. Give me a second floor. And then we'll have a spiral stair here that goes up to that second floor. So harvest this wormweed. We might need that later. Also probably want to light this room. We have 3 viscera right now, so I can afford 3 lights. We hunt a couple more rats, we can get a little bit more viscera though. And then we'll want to set the same thing up over here as well. There isn't really a good place. Well, you know what? Maybe I can be up here. Because then you guys can see inventory. And seeing inventory is good. It's not quite like a manage your resources or you die kind of game. But it's also not bad. Oh, you wandering far too close to the base, my friend. Let's get you out of here. We got our last light built. And then what else do we need in here? Arcane Secretary we have already. A Wand Shaper would be nice to have. And then we'll also need a Learning Stone. I actually think the Wand Shaper we can put downstairs. We can. Yeah, I might have you live down here just for convenience sake. We have a Wand Shaper down there. And then we'll also want to give you a bit of lighting. You have none viscera though. Come out here and hunt some more rats. We got 2 viscera out of that rat. That's great news. So that should take care of lighting for both of our initial rooms. They are very squat, but I think they'll be good enough for now. We don't need things to be super fancy initially. This is where I would like to put my learning stone as soon as I have enough viscera for it as well. This is my wand shaper. And I believe that's all I need to start summoning initiates. Yeah, choose a wand to grant to a new mage. So, we have a lightning mage, we have a fire mage, we have an earth mage. It would be nice if we had a nature mage, because they could do a bunch of planting and harvesting for us, and that would be convenient. So we'll go ahead and add a wand order. Going to cost us 20 wood and 8 wormweed pod. We have that. So we'll make 1 nature bond. We'll just do until we have 1 nature bond, I guess. Then we should also grab a little smoke reed in case we need that as well. Maybe also another wormweed. Another 2 wormweed. Just keep people busy. Keep them working on stuff. But then we can get 1 student in here and we can start teaching our student. Need more wood. To chop these in. Emma's working on the new wand. New wand is done. So as soon as I have the wood to actually build the teaching station, we can go ahead and summon our first student. Because the students, I think, are the interesting part, at least for me. So I want to get stuck into that as soon as possible. Get rid of this dire rat while you're at it. Everybody going back to recharge mana? No, that's the end of the day. Alright. Now, Neville will keep working. He's a ghost. He doesn't need anything. He's very bad at everything. Like, all of his magic levels are 1. But he just keeps going all through the night. Which is very handy when you need to get stuff done. There's the wood that I need for a learning stone. Go ahead and stick that like right here. This will give us enough wormweed to make a second nature wand if we need it. Be good to just have it on hand. And then how close am I to researching? Oh, the Arcane Secretary is the research thing. Yeah, I'm gonna need to place one of you two. Re-level it right here. I would for sure like to get started on some research. We should also get this stuff inside. Can I make chests yet? No. We're gonna have to research that. These new resources out of the way, and then I can just let them up in here. Alright, getting late. Fog rolls in. So we have to keep running rituals out of this repel fog crystal in order to get the fog to leave us alone. Which means tomorrow we're going to need to harvest a bit more wood. I have a little bit more on this side. But we'll need to grab some in order to run that ritual in the first place. I believe this is your leisure time, but you don't really have anything to leisure with. No, it's your task time. Got research up. We will definitely take chests. I would like to be able to start storing things. And Emma should be really good at that as a lightning mage. So I think as soon as she's done with this tree, she's probably going to come over and do some research for us. Is this true? It should be true. No, you are idle. Alright, let's switch that. Not charge. Not augury. Research. Yes. I would much prefer that you do that. So, Gwendolyn, if I could find something else for you to do, please. Could you just go be idle? Actually, you're not horrible at research either. Your lightning is too. Alright, I'm just going to let you do that. I actually think you're fine. As long as I've got somebody working on it, that's okay. And then we can also keep the walls of this place going up. I think they're 5 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Start preparing to add a few more rooms. Guess we don't really need doors for any of them. Could also split this one in half if I wanted to. I don't think we need to yet. We'll have Neville work on that while everybody else sleeps. We'll fast forward to morning. Just have a free haul in there. And then when we wake up, I don't need to do it now. We'll hit up the steam sawmill. So what do we need today for our gathering? We're down to 11 stone. We're gonna need more stone. We'll get to work on that. Animal parts, we're looking fine on Viscera. We're not great on it. Plant parts, we could maybe use a little more smokewood. Wands, we have one. Seeds, we're fine. Can't do anything with those yet. Etc, etc. Alright, give me a ritual. Emma, why don't you come down here? Add a nature bond. Begin that ritual. He's gonna grab the wand. Wander over here to the summoner. Level the student up. It's also just like a nice looking game. Can I see ritual progress? I can't. 5. Good. So, we have a new student. We have Ailani. They are vivified. They are an initiate. They need training before we can do anything with them. They want to eat in a room with no other students or staff present. They want to do that 1 time. They want to cast while full during class 25 times. Just have to keep them fed. And they want to defeat 2 enemy parties in battles above ground. Can't do that yet, but we can get there. But what they're going to spend most of their time doing is just going up here to the learning stone. So Quinn is going to come over. He's going to start teaching class. Ailani's going to come over and stand around the stone. And then just cast them. And that gives them XP in their schools of preference. So Ailani is Nature 3, Fire 2, Air 2. And those are the 3 schools of magic that they can actually gain XP in. So they're just going to sit there and do that. We're also going to need to build them a private dining hall, which is annoying. But we'll go ahead and do a roof here. Not a roof, a floor, I guess. And then we also need to research dining tables, which are further down. Sizzling Flames, are you it? We need to get all the way up to rustic dining. That's kind of annoying. So we'll start working on that next, and then we can finish their ambitions. And then you get something very neat when they graduate, which we're not going to get to today. But I'm just giving you the advance notice that it's cool. Go ahead and do rustic dining. Now that we have chests, we can start to store things. And we can put these anywhere we can find room for them, including downstairs. So I think it makes perfect sense to just start putting some chests down here. And then they don't clutter things up above ground in the space that we're actually using for the school. Plus, people need to come down here anyway to charge their wands up. So it'll be a decently trafficked area of the school. And then we can get all of this crap off of the ground, and we can get it put away. I would also like to do a repel fog ritual today, but I need a few extra gut berries for it. So we'll harvest up some of those. Ailani is learning. Emma has all leveled up to 4. Becoming a more proficient lightning wizard. And actually, just chunking through that research now. That's good. Making excellent progress on that. Now that you're done, we can decide what to store in you. We'll say this is going to be wood. And stone. And that's all that's allowed to go in that box. And then before I do any more, I want these gut berries to get harvested so I can run a ritual. I'll start controlling the number of tasks that are actually available to our staff. Okay. Rustic Gourmet is done, so I think we can start making food now. If we can get our hands on some iron. I think I know where to find iron. I think I get iron from doing the underschool quests. Yeah, we'll have to go do one of those shortly. But first, let's get these gut berries. Also need wood. Mark these 3 trees. I think all Ilani does is like halls. The students can't do everything. If we go to priority, there's all this stuff they're crossed out on. They can't teach, obviously, they can't aid. They can't cook, they can't charge, they can't build, they can't construct, they can't make wands. They can't harvest plants, but they can tend and they can... No, they can't chop either. Yeah, literally all they can do is like haul and food. So students don't do much, but at least we've got somebody in here who's moving stuff around. A little bit, like every once in a while. Until they have to go back to class. Yeah, I know, students need a teacher. We'll get on it, pretty sure. They just need this ritual to go. Oh, because it's an expanded ritual, I need more people for it. Yeah, let's knock that out now. We'll just go get it taken care of. I'm sorry to make you wait on your class even longer, Ilani, but this is important. We need to prevent the school from being consumed by fog. I'm sure you understand. Oh yeah, Neville can come and teach you. Alright, sure. That works great. And then when you're done with that, give me another chest down here. And I'm gonna put Gutberry in this one, and then we have everything we need to run the basic rituals stored right next to the chest. So they won't have to travel as far to go and get it all. Also should probably light this room up. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Well, we'll get some light installed. That might end up being like the student dorms, maybe. Fog is pushed back. Murky crystal. What do you give me? A smoke pearl? Maybe important, but I don't think I can really commit people to it right now. There's 2 more over here. I'm gonna leave it for now. We have too much other stuff to get done. I want to start moving things inside the school, primarily. Just start getting this stuff put away. Those could also be the kitchen, maybe. We could try making our gruel pop there. And then as soon as Ilani's classes are done for the day, which is very soon, we will try and take on this exploration of the spine. Nexus Gate? What the hell is a Nexus Gateway? Developers to any other Nexus Gateway? This was not a thing last time I played, so we'll have to figure out what that is. Also, if I get mine entrance ore, do I get iron? Oh, I just got iron if I mine entrance ore. Yeah, just do this. We don't actually have to battle. Bring the Viscera in and all that, that's fine. You... are allowed to hold... This should just be stone and wood, right? Yeah, and then what are you? You're everything. Okay, so you need to be gut-bearing. We can also have you be Viscera. We can also have you be Sinew. And then we finished our rustic dining research. So now we can also make a dining table. I need an ice petal for that. I guess I'll harvest some of these ice flowers then. Emma prefers eating in a room with Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn prefers eating in a room with Emma. Well, I don't have an ice petal for you yet, but I'm getting there. I just need somebody to mine a bit of entrance ore so we can get some iron so that I can make your pot. And then you can eat together and you can be friends. We can also start putting in even more chests. We'll possibly have that one just hold like seeds or something. So you do have a lot of seeds laying around out here that I would rather the shadows not reclaim. There's our ice petal. So now I can go dining table. You need chairs, or is it just... No, I guess you just stand at the dining table. Okay. And also, that room doesn't have to be that big. 1, 2... We can have a wall here. And then we could put a door in. And then this arch can come out. Yeah. And the other cool thing is that instead of dismantling these torches, we've shrunken them. And so now we could put them into a chest to store, or we can just reposition them somewhere else. Like we can just say move... Not move, shrink. Yeah, enlarge. We can enlarge the shrink and we can just put it somewhere else, or we can explicitly say, hey, like move this down here to hold on to it. Which is cool. It's a neat way to move items. So with these walls done, we'll go ahead and enlarge here. We'll go ahead and enlarge here. Actually, we might even not need that when you cancel these enlarges. It's probably too many lights. We can just hold on. But here's a nice little dining room. And then if I go to schedule, because Ailani wants to eat alone, I'll just have her mealtime go back a little bit. Actually, that's apprentices. Ailani would be an initiate. So initiates eat a little later, and then apprentices and staff eat earlier. Which means that Ailani should naturally eat alone in this room because nobody else is allowed to use it at the same time. Fog advances, that's fine. This box is ready. I would like you to store nothing and then seed. You store all seeds. And then we'll see what's left out here. But that should mean most places have somewhere to go. We'll have to find a place for smokestick. Small carcass can go in this box. You can come in there. Gnosis shards are also going to need a home. Why don't you put Gnosis shards in here? And then wormweed. And smokestick. Because I think that's stuff we're going to need to make walls. And then I guess also ice petal. Sure. So I think that means we can store everything. But we'll see. For research, what do we want to work on next? Critical care is probably going to be pretty important. Just so we can heal people if we need to. And then we also have 13 iron now. So we can build... Now we need 15 iron. We need just a little more. Neville's working on that, though. He should have that done relatively soon. Feels like things are going okay so far, though. There's my 3 iron. Build. Rule pot. There is rain incoming. So we should get another wall up about here. We should get a floor down. We should get another floor down. And then we might have Neville go up to build some roofs. They aren't very expensive. So we can go like this. And then we can roof here. Ish. Or does it have to go on top of a wall? I don't actually remember. We'll say it like that. And then I can also slide this thing around to make it look funky. So I'll maybe give it like a little bit of an arch to it. And then I'm going to have it connect into the wall like that, because I might want to continue this wall up with him. And then the wonk slider also just kind of moves it around. So you have a lot of different customization you can do with it, which is fun. But the idea behind rain is that when it rains and it doesn't hit a roof, it damages things underneath it. And we don't really want that to happen. You're also going to need a door. You're also going to need a door. We're going to need to chop trees tomorrow for extra wood. Get those two. Get that one. And then just a lot of hauling that needs to be done tomorrow as well. So Neville's going to spend all night working on this. These 2 shrinks I can actually enlarge in the kitchen now, so that they light that room. The rain is here. We have not gone fast enough. So things are going to take damage, and we're going to have to repair them. Or I guess I could priority these roofs. 5. Because I don't want to have to repair the pot. The pot costs iron. I really do not want to have to repair it. There's going to be a little bit of water that drips through the floors, but that will survive. That's just going to cost wood to fix. It's not that big of a deal. Can I also switch around? Yeah, your early day meal I can also move. How about you eat an hour later? You can do brief early morning tasks, and then you have a chance to eat 2 meals per day by yourself, and that'll chill you. Meanwhile, in the gruel pot, we'll add a meal order. We don't have bitter rice. We do have gutberry, but people hate gutberry. We should probably start growing some bitter rice so that people don't get too mad. We'll do gutberry soup until we have 5. We'll do carrot stew until we have 5. And then we'll start thinking about making a farm so that we can grow bitter ice that people enjoy slightly more. We also got to start hauling some of this stuff in. It's all going to get damaged outside if we leave it out there too long. But I don't think there's anything critical outside right now. We'll see. I mean, Ailani's kind of working on it. You should also get a chest that allows you to store meals. You'll be like meal ingredients, and then we'll have another chest on the other side that stores finished meals, and then we don't have to run so far to actually do cooking. Please tell me you're hauling things. Good. We're gonna lose a lot of resources outside to rain today. We have no viscera right now, so as soon as it stops raining... Ailani has already completed Solo Diner Bronze. Was that it? Was that all you needed? Yeah, holy cow. Alright. So your food schedule can just go back to normal now. You can eat here, and then you can start class early. And then you can eat here, and you can do your classes. You can do your tasks later. And let's start bringing this stuff inside. Critical care is done, but I do not want to do any more research. I want people to haul. I need hauling to get done. Never mind. All of these items are about to expire. We'll just harvest new items after the rain is done. Ice flower seed destroyed, smokered seed destroyed, gutberry seed destroyed, everything destroyed. Not fast enough at bringing things inside. We could have micromanaged it, but I just didn't care enough to. Hopefully we'll be fine. This chest is going to be meal. All meals get stored in here. You have no more ingredients for gutberry soup. That's fine. It means you can make carcass stew instead. And then after you're done chopping these trees down, I'd really like you to just focus on hauling. Which I could just do here. I could tell them, like, hey, hauling is really important to everybody right now. It actually stopped raining. We're fine. Never mind. We don't need it. And he's also done with full learning, so we only need to find above ground battles, and then we're set. Let's harvest gutberries, because we are out of ingredients for gutberry stew right now. Let's build another chest, and this is going to hold meal ingredients. Can I name chests? So that when I look at them, I remember what they are. No. Oh. We'll just have to use my memory. This needs to get repaired because it took water damage. But someone will be along to do that shortly, I'm sure. Ailani's doing it now. Wonderful. Good. Apply your skills. On-the-job training. You're very slow at it, but that's not your fault. It's okay. And then up here, I'd like a hallway for the time being to let a little bit of light into this room. And I think this will probably be our medical bed. so that we have that room established, and if we need to heal somebody for whatever reason, we can. Just seems prudent to be prepared. Never mind, I need so much to make that. I need more iron, I need phoenix flower, and ice petal. Ice petal I know how to get. There's some growing. Phoenix flower, I don't think I've seen yet. We probably have to push the fog back further for that. In fact, does it tell me? Superior repel fog. Do you show me what it might possibly reveal? Possibly revealed nothing. Possibly revealed Phoenix's kiss. Okay, so I do need to push the fog back further. We'll try and do double ritual tomorrow then. But the further out we push the fog, the more expensive the repel fog cast gets. Is the catch on being able to do that. So it seems like it's going just fine though. This entrance are almost exhausted. 15 resources remaining, 1 resource remaining, so this one's about to die. And then those are both about 15. There we go, that's one cleared. Random mermaid pod laying on the floor up here though. I don't like that. And can I store wands in a chest? I should build a wand in the student summoner room. I should build a chest in the student summoner room, because then I can just keep all of my wands in that. Quinn is cleaning. I guess I don't mind him doing that. I do kind of mind you guys working on entrance ore right now, but once it's gone, we never have to work on it again, and there's no impending rain. So we don't have to get outside and collect this stuff. Probably more important to make sure our kitchen is staying clean. Mine is up to air skill 2. So you're just working on nature 3. And then you're almost ready to graduate. Do I need to research the graduation building? Graduation. I think that would be like a ritual. Not dancing the night away. Basic rituals. Ritual sigil. Yeah, I need this. Let's get basic rituals. I don't think we're going to be graduating Ailani anytime soon. Because I would actually rather have the health around the place. But it's something that we'll want to prepare to do. And then the last thing I want to do after class is done for the day is we'll go do the battle in the spine, and then that'll probably be end of stream. But Mind Over Magic is going to be the next one we play for a little bit. I don't have a great sense of how long it's going to take to get through it entirely. The last time I played it, it was still relatively early access. There was not all of the in-place features that are now in place, so I don't really know how deep the game goes. But we'll poke around on it for a while, because I think among the resource manager colony sim genre, it's a really interesting one, and it's a really unique one. I've been looking forward to playing it for a very long time. I've held myself from playing the 1.0 version off stream, so that I don't play it immediately and know everything that's going on, because sometimes it's more interesting to watch people fail than to watch people succeed. So, we'll see how this playthrough goes overall. You still have 9, and It isn't a class for the day, though. I think after they eat, we'll go do the fight. Oh shit, we're hauling. Oh shit. Things are happening. except that you're supposed to be meal ingredients only. So I appreciate that you were hauling, but you were not hauling the right things. Everybody's coming up to eat. Ignore the fact that Wolfkins just grabbed a whole rat to eat. It's fine. Alright, so now that you guys are done with mealtime, let's get down here and battle. We're not going to bring Ailani. Actually, I could. I can bring 4 people. So, the way that battles work is you have frontline, which is on diamond, or on triangle, and then you have backline, which is on star. Frontline are people who are going to be taking your primary hits, so I think Quinn, Ailani make a lot of sense as frontline. And then we can have Gwendolyn and Emma be in backline, because they're a little bit softer. We want to keep them away from taking a bunch of that damage. They've all got their abilities. I don't really know what they do. We'll read them when we get into the fight. So we'll say, go battle. They come down here to refill all their mana first, just to make sure they're completely topped up. And then we will leave everything to Neville. He will take care of the place while we are gone. Head down here, Ailani. And then let's go. So battles are turn-based. Enemy has health. Enemy has buffs and debuffs sometimes. You also have your turn bar up here, which is based on your agility. Emma is fast AF boy, so she's probably always going to be going first. All of these skills consume your mana, I believe. Yeah, your mana is over here, and then your damage is over here. So Bolt, 15 mana for 32 damage. 50% power, 50% feed contributes to damage. Recharge, give people mana back. Inspiration, give people 30 speed and crit hit. So you've got attacks, but then you've also got like buffs, debuffs. You can use potions if you bring potions. You can move around on the battlefield. But I think for this, we're just going to stick with do big damage. Vengeance is as counterattack to an ally. So Ailani and Quinn are going to get hit a lot up front. I don't think either of them... No, Quinn does have a taunt. Okay, so we're going to Vengeance Quinn. You're going to take your turn. That's a beautiful target choice. And then Quinn is going to go for Earth Armor on himself. And now he's got taunt, so everybody is going to attack Quinn. And then Quinn is going to counterattack everybody else. Ailani, you can just growth on this thing. That'll take it off the battlefield, and then we only have the Lantern Keeper to worry about. Bolt it. Fireball it. Good. Not enough mana for a counterattack? Holy shit, you're out of mana already? Yeah, I guess you have to pass to get mana back. Surging Strength, that's 10 power. Now I need mana if available, but I can't get mana back right now. They'll just Thorns you. I could recharge Quinn. Emma doesn't have a ton of magic is the problem. So this is going to cost you 15, and it's going to give Quinn 15 back. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just bolt for like 40. And then Emma can fireball for 20. She crits so often. Holy cow. Sure. You can smash for 30. Or you can crit. Okay, that's fine. So battle 1. Good. I don't remember though. Yeah, their status does persist back into the real world. So both of them need medical rest, and they're not really going to be able to recover their stats until they do. But I don't think that the debuff itself carried over, which is good. Now, we can't make the med bed right now because we don't have Phoenix Flower, So we're going to have to do the ritual tomorrow in order to get that. But after that point, it should be very doable, and then we can get them healed up, and we can get them good to go. Should probably get like an ice flower as well. Maybe from over here. Or is the fog going to close in soon? I don't remember. Did we do a ritual today? I am unsure. I guess we'll find out shortly. But I do want to get you guys healed. They will, like, very slowly heal naturally over time. I think when they rest on, like, a normal bed. Ooh, we did. Okay. Probably should have done that. Can I get you guys to repel fog twice today? Begin this. And then we're going to do it immediately again afterwards. Assuming we have the resources for it, which we might not. It's entirely possible we don't have it. Oh, the other thing is that after you complete a battle, you unlock more space down here, and they lead to more battles. So, these give you more stuff when you clear them up for a battle. And then also, sometimes they give you usable space. Which is also really cool. You need more gutberry? I can get you more gutberry. I think. Yes, I can. There's some there. Research is done. Good. That should be 3 of 4 gutberry. Yeah, I need 1 more. And then I also want to see what's in this crystal. There's also a gutberry here that you can harvest. There's the last ice petal that we need for the bed. There's the gutberry that we need for the ritual. Come and run this ritual, please. Last thing to do before you go to bed. Begin ritual, and then we'll have Neville work on that overnight. He can go out and he can find one of those things and bring it back. You can also put smoke pearls in here. Alright, you guys come and take care of this ritual. And then I will allow you to sleep. This is definitely past your bedtime. Also approaching my bedtime. Also have a text. He has not told me when he's going to be here tomorrow. That's annoying. I guess we're getting up at 8 again. As soon as this goes off, we're going to go earmark some phoenix flower, harvest it, build our med bed, which we'll probably need to light. No viscera. Okay, we need to kill some rats as well then. And then, show me phoenix flower, please. Phoenix's kiss. There it is. Alright, we're gonna have to wait until tomorrow morning to get those. Grab these gut berries, because we always need gut berry. Is any phoenix flower over here bloomed? It has. Harvest, put that on a slightly higher priority. So, all of the alive mages are going to be going to bed. But old reliable Neville here is going to go get to work on a phoenix kiss, because we have prioritized. He is going to be devastatingly slow, but it's better than nothing. And honestly, I don't know when the next time is that we're going to come back out here, so just grab all 3. We'll just grab some of them, we'll bring them back, and then we don't have to stockpile them, or we don't have to do this fog ritual that often to get all the way out here. How many of these do I need? 6. Alright, we're gonna need a bunch. Neville? Why have you hauled immediately, Neville? Was that your priority, Neville? Was to do that as fast as possible? Oh, it's because only the first harvest was priority. And then he was like, okay, I did that. Yeah, get these other two. We can speed this along. Nobody else is awake. It's 4. And that's 7. Beautiful. We got 1 extra for that. Medical bed. Here. Don't have lighting for it now, but that's okay. So random nature wand up here for some reason. There's some organization we need to change around. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. This is Mind Over Magic. It's what we're going to be streaming for the next couple of weeks after we're done with Guild Wars 2. So if you want to keep an eye out for when we're going to be playing it, make sure you join Discord. Sign yourself up for the stream pings rolls that you know when stream is going to be going live in the future. And if you want to catch up on the series after it airs on Twitch, check the VODs channel out. That's where we're posting all this stuff after we are done streaming it, so that it's archived forever and you can go back and watch it anytime you want. I will see you guys around on Friday for some more World vs. World, followed by more Mind Over Magic. But until then, take care, enjoy the rest of your night. I've been Chef, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.